Hey y'all, welcome back to this week's episode of AMA Friday with Amy Miller, Recruiting in Yoga Pants. So this week's video brought to you by some dumb shit Amy read on the internet that sent her into a rage spiral. My favorite kind. Okay, so here's the thing. I understand, first of all, I understand that every recruiter has their own personal perspective, their own lived experience, their own belief system. I don't get to tell other people how to run their desk. I just don't. If I wanted to tell people how to run their desk, I would be a recruiting manager. I am not a recruiting manager because I need to focus on managing myself. Okay? So let me just say that. I am not trying to tell anybody how to do their job. But I do have some thoughts on what I read this week. Okay. I'm just going to read you the opener. This is about rejecting candidates. You probably figured that out by the title. Okay, here we go. Candidate rejections should always be delivered via email, never over the phone or Zoom. Let me read that again. Candidate rejection should always be over email, never over the phone or Zoom. Now, I have some thoughts about this. You're going to hear them. Here's my thing. Candidate choice trumps everything else. Let me be really clear about that. I will agree that we should not randomly or unexpectedly call people with bad news. We're going to get to that. We're going to touch on this in a moment. I do wholeheartedly believe that always and never are two of the most dangerous words in recruiting. How dare you tell me I should always do something or never do something else? Who are you? You don't know my candidates. You don't know my business. You don't know my operating style. You don't know shit about me or a million other recruiters. But you gonna say that? That's interesting. So that's my big red flag here is always never. If a recruiter's like, here's how I work and this has been beneficial for me and here's why, okay, I can respect that. Always and never my ass. No. We ain't doing that here. Here's what we are gonna do. I wanna first of all tell you my personal process. I wanna share with all of you, so job seekers, encourage your recruiters to do this. Recruiters, think about how you can make this your own. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about what job seekers can also do proactively to try to avoid some of this nonsense and recruiters just going off half-cocked and doing whatever they feel like doing. Because that's what this comes down to. This comes down to what's comfortable for me. And this is what's wrong with a lot of recruiting content on LinkedIn. I think, I believe, I feel, I want, I said, I did. And again, if you're sharing best practices, you're sharing things that works for you, you're sharing, insights from your hiring managers, I think that's wonderful. I wish more recruiters were more transparent about what they do. But when you start saying shit like, well, recruiters should do this or job seekers should do that, oh, shut up. Just stop. Okay? So now that I've gotten that off my chest, let me start with my personal process. Feel free to adapt, use, or ignore as you see fit. So for me, I have two specific things that I will try to do. So number one, if I have an opportunity to meet with my candidate before their interview, so I do as much as I can, my schedule doesn't always allow it, but I try to do what I call an interview kickoff, which is where I will meet with the person on video call at the beginning of their interview day. So your interview starts at 9:30, awesome. You're meeting with me at 9:15. We're going to have a quick chat over video chat. We're going to make sure the technology is working. We're going to, look at all, the schedule for the day, all of that. This is your pregame warm up. I'm here to, boost you up and get you ready for the day and confirm when we will have a decision. So we're in this call and we're, going through the people you're going to meet and all that good stuff. And I'll say, also, today is Tuesday. Looks like we're scheduled to have a decision for you by Friday. Why don't we grab 5 minutes, put it on the calendar right now? When is a good time for me to call you? Is Friday okay? Would you rather wait till Monday? Is there a better day time that works for you? You want me to call you after hours? You tell me. I want my candidate to drive this in a way that feels good for them. 99.999% of them are like, absolutely, I want a phone call. Let's do it. Here's what works. Got you. Second option, if I don't have that kickoff, if I don't have an opportunity to meet with them ahead of time, that sometimes happens depending on the role and timing and all of that, I have an email. And so as soon as I know, okay, this is when we're going to have an outcome, or hey, the decision is in, depending on what I know and when I know it, send an email. Hey candidate, thank you so much for interviewing with us. Really appreciate you spending the time with us. I have an update for you. Here's a link to my calendar, and I have a 15-minute calendar link built in. Here's a link to my calendar. Please pick a day and time that works for you to get this update. Looking forward to talking with you. Again, I want my candidate to drive this. I think it is incredibly rude to just randomly pick up the phone and call somebody who's not expecting your call, especially if you're giving them bad news. I think that's gross. But by giving them either a calendar link or an opportunity to tell me when, it puts control in the hands of the job seeker. It also ensures that I'm doing my job and I'm checking off that box and I'm giving people, as much as I can in terms of outcome, closure, maybe even feedback if possible. And it keeps me honest. It keeps me on track. If it's on my calendar, it'll get done. I've said this before on the channel. Y'all know my kids have to put shit on my calendar. Mom, I need to go school shopping. Okay, put it on mommy's calendar. Send me an email. It's really a problem. So you see where I'm going with this? This is really important to me that my candidates feel empowered. And if you've not heard from me, if I did not follow up when I said I was going to, you've got my personal cell phone number. Call me, text me, hold me accountable. So that, job seekers, and I'll leave you with this last bit, that's my advice to job seekers. So how I manage my day and how I kind of schedule those calls and those kinds of things, that may be beneficial for my recruiter friends watching. Try something like that if you can, if you feel like that'll work for you. Job seekers, try it, right? And so this is how you're going to do that. If you're willing, and if this makes sense for you. When you establish the interview, and okay, great, I'm moving to the next step. I've got an interview scheduled for this day and time. When can we schedule an outcome call, recruiter? I want to go ahead and lock something on the calendar so that I don't miss your call. I am very excited to hear how the interview goes. So if I'm interviewing next Monday, what do you say? Can we have a chat Thursday or Friday? Hold the recruiters in your life accountable. And if they don't know when, you're interviewing Monday, but then, we've got to, I don't know. Okay, great. Well, how about I check in with you the following Monday? Or the following Monday? Or the following Monday, right? I want job seekers. This is what makes me so crazy about this, because this is all about what the recruiter wants. This is all about what feels right for the recruiter. This is all about assumptions we're making from our recruiter seat. Job seekers should drive this. Let the candidate decide. Because I'll tell you what, and this is probably the thing that's going to blow your mind the most, okay? I said 99.999% of my candidates and all the candidates I've worked with over the years and all the data I've seen and, polls and things about this have always indicated that job seekers want a live call. Me, as a candidate? Email me, please. I have no interest in getting on a call with you if the answer is no. So for me, me, and I say this to recruiters, like, you don't have to call me. I know that's your job. I know that's like a rule, but I'm totally fine with it, like an email. It's totally okay. And the recruiters are like, no, but we really have, I'm like, no, please, really, just email me. I'm busy. I got shit to do. But a lot of times, again, because recruiters are really good for that, me, what I want, what I need, what I'm told to do. Fine. You can call me at this day and time. I'm very protective of that. I know there's a 50-50 shot that I'm going to get the call that I want. So understanding that it's very possible that I'm going to get a call that's going to make me sad, I want to control when that happens. And so I will schedule it and make sure it's at the end of the day, or it's, whenever I feel like I can be in a quiet place and go cry if that's what I need to do. Okay. So job seekers, recruiters, if you're watching, I hope that helps. I hope that provides some empowerment, some context, some suggestions on how you can navigate this. Nobody likes being rejected, even for jobs you don't want. Like, I've been in those interviews where I'm like, absolutely not. I would never go there. Oh, wait, y'all didn't want me? What? It still doesn't feel good. So it's okay to want to try to control when and how you are receiving that, because what you, the job seeker or the candidate, want is what we should be abiding by as close as we can, as often as we can. All right, y'all, I went over, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope this helped. I hope this gave you some food for thought, because again, knowing in a lot of cases you're not getting feedback, knowing in a lot of cases this is gonna be like, everybody really liked you and we're really sorry we don't have better news, but like, does it matter if it's a phone call or an email ultimately? No, unless it matters to you. That's it. What you want is what we need to abide by. All right, y'all. Hope that helps. Let me know down below, what is your preference, and do you like the idea of a scheduled call? It works really well for me as a recruiter, so I think my candidates approve. We'll see. Let me know. We'll see you next week.